All right, today I thought I would show people what I ran into with the Samsung S8, and that was a microphone problem. I actually had it, I had it warranted, and they sent me a new phone. Well, I didn't really use it that much, so I'm not positive if the phone or the microphone was working when I got it. Long story short, I downloaded or updated the iOS to Oreo during this process before I figured out the mic wasn't working. So I don't know if I received the phone with it not working or if Oreo did it. Doesn't matter. I've read all over the internet trying to fix it. Everybody said blow in the microphone, blow in the microphone, and I did. I mean, I was giving it trouble. And people said, you really got to blow hard. So I really did. Well, I had spent 4 hours setting this phone up at minimum, and I hated to send it back. If you know what, if you're watching this, you know what I mean. So instead of sending it back and starting over, I decided to risk it a little bit. So what I did, they said blowing it hard. Well, my option is sending it back or damn near busting it on the concrete. Luckily, I have a compressor. Well, this right here is what I used. And believe it or not, I could not believe it. As I've read about, but nobody believes it when it works. It did. So what I did was I cranked or started my compressor and let it run up to, I don't know, it wasn't all the way at capacity, which would be 90 psi, but it was probably at 50 or maybe 75. And I did this right here. Now, I didn't put it directly up against it, obviously. I mean, the microphone is right here. It's a small hole. I did enough research to understand that. So I took this right here from about this distance to start with, and I blew it. Well, I got a way of testing if it works, and I'll try and show that in a minute because I don't think I can do it from here, or I might can, but anyhow, I may set up somewhere else to show you how I was testing if it worked or not. But I just blew from about right here, then I would test it. And I thought I saw it work one time, but I wasn't sure. So when I came back, I got closer. And at this point, again, I didn't care. I didn't care if it blew the phone apart. I was sending it back. So, long story short, blowing works. I couldn't, and I gave it all I had. I mean, I was blowing, and it did not help. It did not fix it. It didn't even fix it at all. And I'll explain a little detail in a minute how I think this even, it fixed it, but it did not, you know, it wasn't all the way the first time. When the little indicator I saw to begin with was I was using my Google Assistant. And if you notice at the bottom of Google Assistant, again, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but I'll look back, and if you can't, I'll redo this in a minute. On Google Assistant, if you notice, there's 4 dots. When it's listening for you, there's 4 dots that kind of act as a VU meter. If it hears you, they'll go up. All right, well, and this is assuming you have the same problem I did, which was no one could hear me on my phone when I'd answer. I'd have to say hello 10 times and then go to speakerphone. And Google Assistant couldn't hear me. So if your phone's doing that, you probably had the same situation. Well, if you want to learn it, if you want to test it this way, you just press that. And then as you speak, you'll see those dots act as a VU meter for a visual way of telling. All right, well, when I first did that, when I stood back here and got, I mean, a lot of pressure on it, but not near as much as I ended up with, I saw it move when I was talking to it. So I got on it harder. Long story short, it fixed it. And I was shocked. I was so shocked I made a video on it. So anyhow, if you tried blowing in it and it didn't work, go by your automotive shop if you don't have a compressor and tell them you want to borrow their blow nozzle to fix your phone. They're probably going to laugh at you, but hey, who cares? You know, let them watch. But anyway, that's what I did to fix mine. Thanks to my company I work for, I had a compressor. But if you don't, try an automotive shop. And y'all have a good day. Jelly 007, y'all come back to see me. Okay, I wanted to try and, just in case people couldn't see that or didn't understand a while ago, and if you already figured out, you know, if you know the problem with your phone and you know that's what it is, and you understood what I said in the video, by all means, stop the video, go fix your phone. But if you didn't, I just wanted to add to this. And what I'm adding to is a couple of things. One is if your phone is only not working when you're answering the phone, people can't hear you. this would be an indicator that this is the same problem that I had. There's other things that could make this happen. You know, apps, several things, settings that could have your microphone messed up. But if yours will not answer a phone, if you can put it on speakerphone and they can hear you fine, if you can hook up to a Bluetooth and they can hear you fine, or plug into the bottom, they can hear you fine. Even a video, you can record video, and it's like hit record and speak, you know, where it can hear you, and then play it back, and you'll be able to hear your voice. So I mean, there's two. What I'm getting at, there's two microphones on a. This is an S8 Plus, by the way, but most of the Samsung devices have two microphones. One they use for stereo and a video audio. They can get stereo in their audio feed. And it's the one on top, which is one just like one on the bottom, but on top, they use it on a phone call as noise cancellation. So they can listen to what the noise, the environment around you sounds like, and adjust properly by listening with that one, and then listening to your voice with this one. So all that being said, like I said, I'm just trying to make sure there's no need in doing this. In other words, if this is not your exact problem, don't go hit your phone with 90 or whatever PSI air if it doesn't need it, because it could literally destroy it. But to show you how I was testing mine, because one of the things it won't do if the same problem I had is your Google Assistant can't hear you. So you can talk to it all day long and it won't come up with any suggestions, or it won't act like it's hearing you, because it can't. But it also provides what I'm referring to as a VU meter, or a visual way to see it's hearing you. So to get to that, you have to, and I got to make sure I'm focusing, it's going to be tricky, but to get to Google Assistant, you don't do that. You just long tap the center button on the bottom. So you just hold that down, and I'm going to have to do it twice because all right, now, I still can't see it real well, I'm not going to lie. But there's, right there at the bottom, you see it, all right, you see that microphone at the bottom? Now, she's probably going to start talking in a minute. But if you see that microphone at the bottom, like right now, if you were testing your phone and you wanted to see if it was working, it times out, so the microphone won't stay on unless you tell it to or you make it. So what I'm going to do is touch that microphone. And then while I'm speaking, I'm going to be quiet for a minute, believe it or not, and you'll see those dots will stay just dots. Well, when I start speaking, you'll see them rise up and down like a VU meter. And I know this is elementary, but if you don't understand it, this is a way to find out. I'm just trying to explain it to you. To a beginner or anybody that's just found this, all right, are having this problem, because it was frustrating, man. Blowing your phone with a compressor is not a good idea, but neither is busting it on this concrete, which I was about to do. All right, I'm going to try and touch this from behind the phone. But once I do, you're going to see those dots come up, and then you're going to see, well, I missed it. And okay, you're going to see the dots come up in a minute if I ever get it. When it brightens up, it messes up the camera. All right. Oh, my gosh. Well, bear with me. I want to show you. In fact, I'm just going to press the microphone and then show you what I mean. I'm going to bring it all the way up, and then I'm just going to show you that right there. And then it's simple, as you can see right there. You can actually see it. I'm going to see if I can get it.
Here are the top search results.
Yeah, and she's going to do that. All right. Those dots right
Here's
there.
what I found.
If you saw them, that's what I mean by a visual VU. I'm going to do it one more time. But you'll be able to see the dots go up anytime I make a noise. Okay. Okay. And that is what I meant. But anyhow, surely you understand by now. I mean, that's the best. Hey, hit me with a comment if you don't, because I was really mad. I had searched the internet for 2 days. Like I said, I'd spent hours setting the phone up. I didn't want to send it back. Long story short, we're going to get out of here. And by all means, hit me with a comment if you didn't understand something or something wasn't clear. You know, don't lay on your phone with 90 psi and again, try a little at the time. You know, try blowing in it first, because a lot of people fix theirs that way, but mine would not. I guarantee you're not going to get what I got to by blowing on it with that compressor. But just lightly blow on it, and then have your VU or your Google Assistant open and just speak and see, because like I said, the first time I saw it, it definitely didn't hear me fully. It didn't show a lot of volume. It didn't really register me. But when I got on it again, the second time, and I believe you, I work on electronics every day. I may not work on audio equipment, but I do not understand what's going on with that. Maybe it's some kind of, I don't know, the way the microphone works, because if it fixed it right away, I might say, well, it's a contact loose and you're blowing it into place or whatever with air pressure. But that's not the case, because I saw it not completely fix it and then completely fix it. So hey, they're very complicated devices. That's pretty much the best way to explain it. But anyhow, I hope you get your phone fixed and come back to see me. Like I said, Jelly007, but I'm hard to find. www.jelly007.com will find me. But most of mine's cooking videos and a few things I fix stuff. But you can look anyhow. Y'all have a good day.